With these words, I conclude. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Banaji. Dr. Anil Jain, 5 minutes. Not here? Not present. Srimati Phangnon, Konyak. Yes.
Sir, first of all, at the outset, I would like to put forth that the National Anti-Doping Bill, which was passed in the Lok Sabha on July 27th, is a well-balanced and visionary bill, and which will further enhance the spirit of sports and culture in our country. I most certainly think that this bill is a positive step in the right direction. Since 2014, India, under the dynamic and visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, we have seen that the sports sector has grown by leaps and bounds, and we have seen the immense support, recognition, and the encouragement given to our sportsperson by our Prime Minister. This fact is self-evident from the various championships and medals that our country athletes have been winning. And as I speak, our athletes are doing us proud at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. The country hasn't seen anything quite like this. And therefore, I must state that in such a context, it is only right that India also does its part and fulfills its moral and international obligations by bringing, which will, by obligations which will come into reality once this bill is passed in this August House. Sir, doping continues to plague countries worldwide, and especially more so in India. In fact, 5 members of this year's Commonwealth contingent failed their dope tests, which has once again highlighted the need for a more comprehensive and stringent anti-doping law in our country. In fact, India ranks 3rd in the world when it comes to doping violations as per WADA 2019 report. It is indeed a grim reminder that the need for a concerted effort to bring an end to this menace. The bill seeks to prohibit athletes, their support personnel, and also others, concerned persons such as coaches, from indulging in doping, the violation of which can lead to their result disqualification, and also including forfeiture of medals, being barred from other events, and also even result in financial sanctions. Sir, it is a well-thought and well-intended bill for the benefit of the country. One of the reasons being that the National Anti-Doping Agency will be constituted as a statutory body which will be headed by a Director General, and NADA will be involved in planning, implementing, monitoring, as well as investigating anti-doping activities and rule violations. There will also be a national board for anti-doping, the job of which is to make recommendations to the government on anti-doping regulations and also with regards to international compliances and other commitments. It will consist of a chairperson and 2 members. The board will further constitute a national anti-doping disciplinary panel which will determine the consequences of violating anti-doping rules. This panel will consist of a chairperson and 4 vice chairpersons who will all be legal experts, and 10 members who would comprise of medical practitioners and eminent athletes to add more support to the proposed anti-doping law. The board will also constitute a national anti-doping appeal panel to hear appeals and grievances against the decisions of the disciplinary panel. Might I add, sir, that transparency is also a key feature here, because this National Anti-Doping Agency will disclose information such as which concerned rule was violated and the consequences levied thereof. The National Dope Testing Lab in New Delhi will be the principal dope testing facility, and many more such facilities will also be established. Sir, I'd like to bring your kind attention that once this bill becomes an act, NADA will have powers to search, conduct raids, and seize. Currently, it does not have such powers. Sir, what this bill basically aims to do is to bring sports into the mainstream. When I say this, it means to give effect to the UNESCO International Convention Against Doping in Sports and other such international compliances. A legal framework is being provided to combat the menace of doping in India. It is high time that our country, which aspires to be in the galaxy of the great sporting nations, also has its own effective mechanism of tackling doping in sports, and National anti-doping bill exactly seeks to do that. We cannot be advocating for sporting greatness while conveniently turning a blind eye to doping. It is only fair that the bill becomes a law. Only then will India be able to avoid international embarrassments such as the infamous record of having the third most number of positive samples among the national anti-doping organizations of the world. And for a bill which will build capacities in anti-doping and will enable hosting of major sports events, it will protect their sportspersons' rights, and also, it will reinforce India's commitment to international obligations. It will also provide legal sanctity and provide independent mechanism for anti-doping. India under Honorable Prime Minister Modi is not only focusing on building infrastructure, but also promoting sports as a viable, career option. With the first central university, sports university coming up in Manipur, we really feel that the country now has come to the point, and I commend Union Minister of Sports, Sri Anurag Thakur, and our government led by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji for moving this bill for the welfare and progress of the sports person of our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Konyak ji. Sri Ram ji.